name came first. The sound hadn't developed. What happened was I had written some songs and I had talked about this idea of putting these people together, putting symphonic instruments, and then instead of one person having 10 people sing as one. And I had talked about it with my wife and friend Chris Penn, but I wasn't being proactive of putting a band together or doing anything. And Granddaddy was playing at the Gypsy Tea Room, and we had gone to see those guys a couple times out and kind of semi-friends with them, and now we are good friends. But they said, hey, why don't you open up? And I didn't have a band yet, so I had go out and put this band together and didn't have a name. And I was sitting on the bed and I was literally like sitting there thinking of the name of the band, and the light, I turned my head and the light was glaring off that picture I had framed, and it caught my eye and I looked at it, and there was a sticker for Polydent denture. It was Polly-Want a Cracker, and it had a parrot on there for Polydent denture. And I just saw the word poly and I just said polyphonic spree. I just said it like that, and Julie's in there on the computer and she goes, what'd you say? I said, the polyphonic spree. I go, that's it. That's the name of it. I've been trying to think of the name of the sound for the sound, and I go, my God, that's it. And I went around their house, whoo! And I go, look it up, see if we can get that name like it was going to be around. And we totally just went and got the .com polyphonic spree, and that was it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn, we're getting good at that, aren't we?
I mean, it plays good.
It's called a lyre. Okay.
Music lyre.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And everyone that, especially in the early days when we were bringing them in, they were like, a lot of them didn't even realize they could improvise, because that was another thing. It's like I only wanted people that could improvise on their instruments, because I wasn't going to write out charts for them. I didn't know anything about that. I couldn't do it if they wanted me to, and I couldn't really communicate with them in a way that maybe a conductor would of some symphony or concert band in school. So I had to do it all through. You have to be able to improvise, and I'll sing you the parts that I want to be able to play on this particular part, and then some you're going to improvise your own, and if we'll find it, and then we'll marry ourselves to it. And then I had some people that discovered by me, you know, pulling it out of them. I go, look, I'm just going to play the piano, and I'm going to play some chords, and all I want you to do is just listen and play along with me. That's it. And they go, okay, like anything? I go, yeah, just play whatever you feel like playing. I'm going to play dun, 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 you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden they do it, and they would just start playing, and they go, and we'd finish, they go, my God, I've never done that before. And I go, well, that's all it is. All right, you're in the band. And the music was so off the wall that, you know, I tried to describe it to them. They said, well, we need to hear something. So we went off and made that record. And we went in, and we only had enough for 3 days. We went in and made this record. The beginning, it turned out to be our first record, the beginning stages of, that has Light and Day on it. But that was, we went in to do that just so we could get gigs, because it was a hard thing for us to do. And then ultimately that became our first record, because promoters are like, what do you mean you got 15 people? It sounds like a nightmare. We don't, you know, they're not going to deal with it, you know? Well, you know, it was all it goes back again for the experimenting of the sound, trying to create this sound, and by doing that sound, had a lot of people in it. And like I said, I didn't do this to like create this band that was gonna go off. It was only after it started getting some momentum that, hey man, and then people, you know, I'm the kind of person people tell me, no, I can't do something. It's like, I'm gonna go do it. So people left and right were saying, this isn't, you know this isn't gonna fly. You're not gonna be able to tour with this thing. And so I'm going, wow, I never even thought about that. But since you said I can't do it, we're gonna take this thing on the road. Well, I really enjoy what I'm doing, and I really enjoy the fact that this thing worked, and I love performing with these guys, and I really get in. I love to get the crowd into the show, and those are things I really care about. I like to take people on a ride and give them a break from everyday life and inspire. I get off on that stuff.